welcome to another Vinnie's Vittles. I'm Vinnie.
Really?
Yeah, have the apron. Food's here. I'm gonna cook. I'm Vinnie.
Well, so much for me being Vinnie, but welcome to another episode of Vinnie's Vittles. Today we're going to make our famous chili. Now there are some dilemmas and some debates in our house as to whose recipe this is. It's a combination of my mother's and Amy's mother's. So it's going to be good, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Joe's going to help me today. This is Joe, not Vinnie. I'm Vinnie. So welcome to another episode. We'll have a good time together making some homemade chili. Alright, so here are the ingredients that we're going to be using today to make this famous homemade chili. My assistant Joseph is going to be pointing out the different items that we're going to be using. So Joe, pick an item and we'll start with that. Alright, you started out with the tomatoes. We're going to be using a small can of tomato sauce. We'll also use a large can of the stewed tomatoes, which is what Miss May May likes. You can use diced tomatoes or chopped tomatoes, whatever you want to use, but May May likes the big whole stewed tomatoes, so that's what we use. What's next, Joe? Alright, thanks for my pointer. We're going to be using the dark red kidney beans, and we use the reduced sodium version just to kind of help maintain the salt level, make sure it doesn't get too high. Normally we try to use the reduced sodium version of the Chilio also, but they were out of that at the store today, so we just bought the regular. But we're going to use 3 packs of Chilio. We use 1 pack per pound. So since we talked about that, we're going to use 3 pounds of ground chuck. You can use whatever type of meat you choose. You can use turkey, beef. You can use venison. You can use whatever you want to use as far as your meat goes. But we choose the ground chuck. It's an 80-20 blend, so that's what we use. What's next, Joe? All right, there's a small diced green pepper, along with a tablespoon of salt and a small diced onion. You're also going to add about 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and that's this one. All right, so that's the chili powder. So those are all the ingredients that we're going to be using today to make our famous homemade chili. All right, so we're browning our hamburger meat. We added the bell pepper, we've added the onion, and you're just going to add salt to your flavor, whatever you like there. And you're just going to keep browning it till it's all nice and brown and done. Okay guys, we finished with browning the hamburger meat with the bell pepper and the onion. Now we're going to drain the excess grease off of the meat. Now after I do that, I rinse the meat as well because I really don't like greasy chili at all. You may not like that part, you may like yours greasy, but me, I don't. And so after I pour it all in there, I rinse it just because, again, I don't want it to be too greasy. And I just try to, do a good job of rinsing it off. You mean you're not going to be able to get all the grease off anyway. This is the best way I know to do it.
Now some people don't like this.
Yeah, some people don't like this. Some people like to leave the grease in there, but I just don't. So this is what I do.
Some people just strain it. And that's all preference. This is just how we've always done it. My mother even does spaghetti this way. Does yours?
I don't have any idea. I never watched Mom make spaghetti, so I don't know if she
Mom drains the meat.
That or
she
not.
even rinses the meat for spaghetti because we don't like all the grease floating.
Okay, Joe's going to tell us what we have to do next. You're not Joseph.
I'm Vinnie.
You're not Vinnie either. I'm Vinnie. This is Thomas. Thomas, you're standing on Joe's prop. Get down from there. All right, so Thomas is going to help us walk through the next steps of what we do next.
I am? Well, okay. Let's go.
All right, cool. All right, so we're just going to pour the hamburger meat in.
Pouring the beef in.
All right. Then we're going to add our other ingredients, which is going to start with
Kidney beans is what it looks like, maybe.
and we don't drain those, okay? Because we're going to leave the juice in for this.
No draining. Leave juice.
3 cans.
3 cans.
All right, then we're going to add stewed tomatoes.
Stewed tomatoes.
Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce.
And Chilio.
And Chilio.
can you help us with open the chilio?
Yeah, I reckon I can.
Now, I do want to say this. A lot of people cook their chilio in their hamburger meat as they're browning it, but I don't do that. I just add mine to the end. So, this may be controversial or whatever, but that's the way I do it.
The way he does it.
And since this is my cooking show, that's how we're going to do it. All right. Now, we're going to add chili powder. Again, chili powder is going to be to taste, all right?
Chili
we like
powder.
ours a little spicy. So we just put a good bit in there.
Lots of chili powder, if you like it spicy.
And I add about 1 can of water.
1 can of water.
And then we're just going to mix it up.
Then he just mixes it up.
Everybody wants to be Vinnie today.
Little identity crisis in the house.
Seems that way.
I noticed he stole your apron.
Well, yeah.
He stole, and Joe stole it too.
Now you see how colorful that is? Can you see it all right?
Colorful.
Let's tilt it this way a little bit where you can see it.
Tilt.
Beautiful stuff. You are just all right, buddy. 1 can of water.
Put another can of water if it doesn't look juicy enough.
You're awesome.
And stir it some more.
Now I do want to remind you that you do need to stir this on occasion. Don't let it just sit there because the bottom will burn. So just keep it on low heat for about 30 to 40 minutes. Or if you want to cook it faster, you can cook it on medium heat and just kind of cook it to temperature. All the ingredients in here are already cooked, so you're just warming it all together anyway.
Stir occasionally so the bottom don't burn. 30 to 40 minutes on low heat. And if you want to speed it up, medium heat, and kind of just go from there.
Man, he is good.
He's on tap today. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, the chili is ready for us to taste, so we're going to give it a try. I've got my 2 tasters with me today, Joseph and Thomas.
Hello.
Joseph's got a spoon for his. Thomas has got a Frito scoop for his. We like to add cheese and Fritos to ours, or you can add saltine crackers, whatever you like to go with yours. But we're going to just taste it straight up like it is for now. So Joe, Thomas, go ahead. All right, tasters, let's see what we got. Pretty good. What you think?
Pretty good, and he don't know how to eat it.
Not at all.
He's using a spoon. You're not supposed to use spoons. You're supposed to use a Frito, obviously, like I did.
Oh, okay.
So, pretty delicious. Joseph.
What?
You want more?
Yeah, I want more. Can't go for seconds? It's good.
All right, guys, that's it for this week's Vinnie's Vittles. Enjoy the chili. Hope you have a good time with it. Don't forget, share it with everybody. Use Facebook, use Twitter, use Instagram, use whatever you got, and let people know about Vinnie's Vittles. See you next week.